Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Easy Natural English with Liam, which means that it is time once again to listen to some natural English that's a bit easier so you can get used to English in a natural way. So if you think, this is difficult, don't worry, just keep listening, and I promise it will get easier. And then you will find things like movies and TV shows easier to understand. So just keep listening and it will become clearer. So today's topic, I was going to talk about haircuts. For those of you who are listening to the podcast, you won't be able to see that my hair is a bit shorter than before, at least on the sides. But those of you who are watching the YouTube version of this, you'll be able to see that I have a haircut. And actually, I cut my own hair. I did this myself because, as you know, like everybody else, I shouldn't go outside. I live in Japan, so there's no restriction on going outside. The government has asked us, please stay at home, but if I go outside, the police won't stop me or anything like that. So I can go outside. So I can go to a barbershop. Barbershop is where you get your hair cut for men, or a hair salon. That's a more gender neutral word. That's guys or girls. Hair salon. So I can go to a hair salon or a barbershop if I want to, but it's maybe not very necessary right now, due to this coronavirus situation. It's best to stay at home as much as possible, or at least away from other people. To be honest, I go outside quite a lot, but that's because I live in a more rural area, a more countryside area. I can go outside to the beach, I can walk along the beach, and I don't see anybody else. So it's nice and quiet here. I can go outside without interacting with other people. But yes, I try to stay away from people as much as possible, as we should all be doing at the moment. So I cut my own hair. But actually, I've done this many times before, so it wasn't my first time. I think I've done an okay job. What do you think? Those of you on YouTube, you can see it and you can comment. You can tell me, how do you think I did? Does it look okay? Those of you on the podcast, if you're curious, then you'll need to go over to the YouTube channel, which is the same name as the podcast, Easy Natural English with Liam, to have a look. And also, those of you listening to the podcast version, you might miss the grammar lessons that I'm putting on YouTube now. So once a week, I'm making a grammar lesson. And the last lesson was about the use of on, by, and with when talking about using things. So for example, I wrote this on my computer. I go to work by train. I wrote this with a pen. So if you want to understand the difference between those, please check out the YouTube version. Or if you're already on YouTube and you haven't seen that video yet, check my channel and have a look for that. It'll help you with those words, I hope. And if you have any requests for other grammar lessons, please let me know and I will do those. Haircuts. So maybe a lot of you at the moment are wondering about this topic, like, how can I cut my hair? I think there's been a lot of YouTube videos and kind of Instagram posts about how to cut your own hair, because at the moment, a lot of people need to do that. I've seen girls posting videos telling other girls how to cut their fringe or bangs. So when you have hair in front of your forehead, the forehead is above your eyes. When you have hair over your forehead, coming down to the top of your eyes, this is called, in the UK we tend to call it a fringe, and in America they say bangs, they call it bangs. I think in Australia and New Zealand might be the same as the UK. I'm not sure, but yeah, there's two words for this in English: fringe or bangs, for this hair that comes down in front of your face. So I've seen a lot of videos recently of girls showing other girls how to cut their fringe. Perhaps there's guys with a fringe like that, but usually it tends to be girls that have that hairstyle. But it looks cool on guys too if you have one. Yeah, I guess for men maybe it's a bit easier. Because for men, it's more acceptable to just shave your whole head. You see a lot more men with shaved heads. Of course, I think it looks really cool if girls shave their head, and I think we should all be free to have our hair however we like. So if you're a girl and you want to shave your head, I support you. I think it looks cool. But unfortunately, yeah, I guess in a lot of societies, that's not seen as like, I don't know, acceptable or something. So usually you don't see so many girls with shaved hair. So if you're cutting your own hair, you need to be a bit more careful. But yeah, for guys, if they don't mind shaving their head, it's much easier. You just get a pair of clippers. So clippers is those electric razor, and you just go over your whole head. It's very simple, very easy to do. It doesn't take any skill or anything. You can't make a mistake. If you miss a part, you just go over it again, and eventually you get the whole head. So it's very simple. Yeah. I wonder how often you usually get your hair cut. Usually, I don't do mine as often as I should. Sometimes my hair starts to look a bit messy, starts to get a bit too long. But yeah, now I've started making YouTube videos. I feel more pressure to keep my hair looking a bit more tidy because I keep showing my face to many people in the world. So I have to make my hair a bit more tidy. So yeah, I have to keep mine cut. But how about you? What are you doing in this situation? Are you cutting your own hair? Are you letting it get long? Maybe you're just tying it up. If your hair gets very long, you can tie it up so you can put it in like a ponytail. Tie it up out of the way. That's one easy way to deal with long hair. And just, yeah, wait for this situation to calm down before you can go to a hair salon again. So yeah, many different things you could do. Or you could just wear a hat, I guess. You could just keep a hat on. But still, yes, many of us still need to work. We still need to do conference calls with our work over Zoom or Skype or something. And yeah, you still need to look presentable. You need to look nice to present yourself in a kind of professional way. So yeah, it's difficult. We can't go to the hair salon, but yeah, maybe we still need to look presentable for conference calls and things. So yeah, it's a tough one. Anyway, there's only so much I can say about haircuts. So I'm going to wrap it up here. But yeah, I just thought I'd talk about that because it's probably something a lot of us are thinking about, like haircuts during this lockdown phase, what to do with our hair. So yeah, if you have a pair of clippers, you can order them from Amazon or something. You can order them online without going outside. Get a pair of clippers, have a go yourself. Yeah, and there's YouTube videos to show you how to do that. It's quite fun. And if you learn how to do it, you can save money in the future. When the hair salon's open, you don't need to go. You can save money, you can cut your own hair, and you can get it exactly the way you want. Anyway, thank you all for listening today, whether you're listening to the podcast or the YouTube. If you're listening to the podcast, please write a review. If you're on the YouTube, please comment, like, subscribe. Everybody share with their friends so we can all get some natural English listening into our days. And I will see you all back here next time.